I know.
23,328,000 seconds. If you've been at West Shore since 7th grade, that's the minimum amount of time that you've spent with the people sitting around you today. For some, 1 million would have sufficed. Others still could go for 20 million more. As you look around the stage tonight, you may realize that you know the name of every single person in your graduating class. That's not a claim that a lot of students from other high schools can make. So, if you think we've forgotten about that awkward stage you went through back in 7th grade, you're wrong. Yes, we remember that you two dated back in 9th grade, and you used to bring action figures to school. Actually, you still do. We remember because back then, things like that were the highlight of our lives. At a school where the biggest crime committed was having a hole in your jeans or backing into your parking space, it wasn't hard to entertain. West Shore is certainly not the place to be if you're adamant about personal privacy, because chances are, if you just broke up with your significant other, you're bound to receive a text message about it approximately 1 second later. That's right, teachers, texting in class. We had you fooled, didn't we? The closeness of our class took years of cultivation. Many of us have been together for 6 years, so if you do the math, that's 2 years we've got on your average high school student. In that time, we've grown close, seen our friends develop into near adults, and built relationships that will last a lifetime. The class of 2008 should be noted for its diversity. We have state science fair winners, several as a matter of fact, a world-class athlete who has already competed in Spain and Argentina, and even an African princess. Although we are all so different, we began our journeys at West Shore in a very similar way. At first, most of us were apprehensive about attending West Shore. And when I say apprehensive, I mean our parents forced us to. We were mere 12-year-olds, immersed in a sea of legitimate teenagers who were sometimes our classmates and who we sometimes outperformed. Now, as seniors, we swear that we were never that little. As time wore on, we learned to make fun of ourselves, sometimes to the disapproval of the administration. So, you assume there were no gangs at West Shore? Wrong. We had the TIs and the Cassios. By adorning ourselves with suspenders, what we called calculator bling, and tape-repaired glasses, we assured that we never took ourselves too seriously. As you all know, our class song is Whenever You Remember by Carrie Underwood. Well, whenever you all reminisce about your years at West Shore, I hope you remember our administrative brigade flying through campus on that infamous golf cart, neckties blowing through the wind. Think of overgrown field days taken just a little too seriously, or of being taught to drive by a man who, no offense to him, probably couldn't see to the end of the track. But now, as we head off to college next year, we better appreciate our time as self-proclaimed geeks. Going to the smart school may have actually paid off. After high school, we are faced with the uncertainty of jobs that may not exist in 4 years, but also with the anticipation of new careers that may come into existence by then. I am comforted by the fact that someday, when our energy crisis is solved and a cure for the common cold is found, we can bet that one of us had a hand in these achievements. The past 23,328,000 seconds have been the time of our lives. Now, as we embark on our future, we are ready to embrace each second as it comes. The class of '08 has already dominated high school. Now, who's going to dominate out there in the real world? I think you already know. Thank you.